Rated G. What's up, guys? It's the MiddleAgedGamer, and we are playing Train Sim World 2020 on the PC yet again. Got a new DLC pack, whatever you want to call it, the Pennisula Corridor. Kind of brings me back full circle to when I first started playing this game on YouTube. I don't know, what, back in 2012, 2013 when we did the Pacific Surfliner route. I think Pacific Surfliner, and correct me if I'm wrong, was from LA to San Diego. The Pennisula Corridor, which is very similar, is going to be going from San Francisco to San Jose. I haven't done any of the routes or services on here at all. I did do the training for the particular locomotive, and the scenario that we're going to do is called the Californian Commuter. It's about 20 minutes long. It says it's easy. I still think this locomotive is very hard to use when you're braking, and I'll kind of go through that when we play. But it's using the F40PH-2CAT CT97. Description is: take charge of a southbound service en route to San Jose. The train has reached Millbrae and is ready for departure. I'm sure I'm butchering that name. Instead of loading it up in here, I'm actually going to load it up on journeys because it's the next step in the journey. Let's go ahead and get into it. Alright, that took forever to load up, so I kind of skipped part of the video for the loading sequence. I don't know why it took that long. It's kind of crazy. Let's go ahead and hop up on the train. Send engineer seat. A couple things. First, unlock the doors. Let's get all the lights on. Next step, I want the front marker lights on, the number lights on, and I want our gauge lights on. Put the reverser in. Reverser should be in forward. And then let's turn our headlights to dim. We can check everything. We are set up to move forward, which is what I wanted. Beautiful looking train, if I do say so myself. Take a screenshot of that. Now, there's a couple of things I've noticed. Again, I haven't played any routes as of yet. I just did the training session, but I did notice that if you go from the exterior to the interior, a lot of times the sound on the interior will glitch to the exterior sound. And what that means is that it's insanely loud inside when it shouldn't be. It'd be the same as basically opening the window and moving forward. Anyways, let's go ahead and release the brakes. I don't know how to get that to fix itself. Let's go ahead and lock the doors. Throttle 3. So brake pressure is releasing right now. We're getting some amperage in, and we'll be moving forward here in just a second. There we go. And I'm going to go up quickly on the notches, or as quickly as possible. May even get into the low 1000s. I just want to stay out of the orange area if we can help it. And I have heard in the forums that this route has some unrealistic deadlines or very, very tight time schedules. So I don't know if that's true or not. But we're going to try to go as quickly as possible. Now, moving forward, I am going to stay inside up until we get past San Mateo. Then I'll go to the exterior and do some exterior shots and maybe even a train by or two for you guys. But I do want to get kind of a realistic feeling for the first couple of miles of this route. Let's look at the map real quick. You can see we are in, I guess, the northern side of this track. I forgot how many miles long the DLC is, but I think it's around 40, maybe a little bit over 40 miles, which is quite a bit considering how many stations are present. And then here's our first, that's an S symbol. I don't know what that means. I know when you see the X symbol, that means you have to use the train horn. If you guys know what the S means with the white background, please let me know. I'm curious below. I don't know if that means just to use your horn or what exactly that means offhand. But we're definitely hauling right now, 60 miles per hour. And I think we're coming up on hopefully our first crossing where we can use the horn. Again, if you guys are watching this, please put cheers below if you got to this point. I definitely appreciate you guys for watching. I will be live streaming sooner or later. Here's our first crossing coming up. Next crossing's coming up. Alright, it's an S symbol. There's an X right there. Gotta go down on the notches just a little bit so we don't go above 80 miles per hour. Another X symbol. Definitely have to pay more attention in these urban areas as far as when to actually blow the horn. Another one coming up. Tons of platforms that we're passing as well. Now I'm not going to use any horns coming up unless I see the X symbol on the bottom right hand side. I will use the bell through the remaining intersections. I'm pretty sure this is a no blow zone or no horn zone, whatever you want to call it. Alright, let's go ahead and put it into idle. We're about a mile out and we will start braking here. Let's see, construction. Just saying what's up to my guys. And we will start braking here in just a second. There we go. So it's kind of weird. You have to put the brake pressure on and then put it to holding to hold that pressure. Very, very strange setup. Or not strange setup, it's just difficult to use. Because if you have too much brake pressure, you'll stop way too soon. In fact, I'm going to release some of the pressure out of the brakes before going back to holding. And see, now I need more brakes because I'm getting nervous getting too close. Gonna leave the bell until we stop. Not gonna blow the horn since we're right outside the station. There's no point. Maybe when leaving the station we gotta blow it once or twice. Definitely taking our time coming in, but we got plenty of time. I have about 45 seconds to stop and try to get close if I can. Just put it full service right there. I'm gonna go pass it by a yard or two. That's fine. That's actually a pretty good stop. Unlock the doors, turn it back into lap. There we go. And holding. Turn the bell off. We do have a crossing in front of us. I will blow the horn as we head out. And I think the rest of the sections or intersections coming up will be a no horn section, if I remember correctly. Alright, so far so good. I'll be getting on the exterior a little bit on this next section if I can. Kind of a cool double-decker carriage there. Almost looks aluminum, like the Airstream trailers, which is pretty cool. I'm not sure if it's actually aluminum or not, but that's what it reminds me of. We got about 15 seconds to wait. Three, two, one. Blast off. Let's go ahead and lock the doors up. Release the brake pressure. There we go. We'll use the bell through the rest of the intersections coming up. Notch 8. Excuse me. 2.4 miles to go to Hillsdale. And we have to be there by 6:15. Again, I'm not sure if that's realistic. 2 minutes to go 2.3 miles. Doesn't seem too realistic, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. There's another S symbol. Again, I have no clue what that means. I think it just hopefully means to have the bell on. I'm assuming I'm doing this correctly. But assuming also means what? Making an ass out of you and me. So be careful before assuming things. 2 miles. Turn the bell off. Now you can see the glitch inside. It's 100% loud. Open the window makes no difference. And there you go. See, now it's back to quiet, and I have no clue why. It's just strange. If anybody wants to write Dovetail games, you are more than welcome to write them. Another S symbol right there. Just gonna keep the bell on as we come in. Let's go ahead and let it idle. We have an intersection coming up. I'm gonna go ahead and start braking a little bit. Yeah, a mile out's about a good time to start braking. If you guys need kind of a reference point, you might be able to brake a little bit later. And we're already past the 6:15, so they may be correct about the time schedule being too strict. Because I feel like we definitely braked pretty hard coming in here. There we go. Let's go ahead and unlock the doors. We're still within the minute. I don't know if it would deduct based off of time if you're outside that minute or not. Let's turn the bell off for a second. It definitely could. Just don't know. I think when I just gave my first 2 stops, I want to say I got to here. Maybe the next platform. Let me look at the stop. So we're going to San Carlos, and actually Redwood City is our last stop. So we'll have a whole lot more time in this. I like the school buses in the background. I don't remember seeing yellow school buses in the past. I think that's a nice addition if that's new. Anyways, full circle, man. It's kind of crazy. Very, very similar to Pacific Surfliner. I don't see any beaches offhand. Probably there's no beaches in this area, but I do remember Pacific Surfliner like it was yesterday. That video just blew up for whatever reason. When I first started my channel, and that's how I met most of you guys on here. Let's go ahead and lock the doors. See, it's loud back inside again with no rhyme or reason. I don't know why. There we go. And let's release pressure. Notch 3. San Carlos is next. We got to be there at 6:20. Just under 3 miles to go. Turn the bell back on. Do a quick train by. There we go. Beautiful looking train. Yeah, it's definitely loud in here. There we go. Now it's back to quiet. So, I don't know. There's no rhyme or reason for it, but it is what it is. So I'm going to turn the bell off for a second. I don't see any intersections coming up. And we have to be under 79 miles per hour coming into San Carlos. It's a very specific number. Not 80 miles per hour, 79 miles per hour. That's okay. It's relatively quick speed. We're only a minute and a half out though, so I don't think this timetable is realistic at all. I'm just hoping we get the gold medal at the end. Otherwise, this might be my first route where I don't get the gold medal. Saw the S symbol. I'm going to turn the bell on. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to or not, or if that's even what the S symbol means. And I'll keep an eye out on any intersection symbols on the right. I don't think I need the bell on. I'm going to turn it off until I see an intersection coming up. Definitely hauling. 60 plus miles per hour already. Okay, going to the right up here, splitting the tracks away from each other. Interesting. It's a cool little platform right there. Never been on this train. I would love to ride it though. Go ahead and notch down just a little bit. We're about a mile out. Let's go ahead and put it into idle. 0.3 decline. So I'm going to start braking just a little bit. Go ahead. I feel like I'm braking a little too much. I want to release some of the pressure on the brakes there. See, we're already 30 seconds past our stopping point. So yeah, the timetable is pretty crazy if that's the case. Turn the bell on coming into the platform. Let's go ahead and get some additional pressure going. Gonna be pretty hard braking right here. Let's go ahead and release some of that pressure. And add the pressure back in. And let's go ahead and bring it to a stop here. We're gonna go past a few yards. That's okay. Let's go ahead and unlock the doors. Go, turn the bell off. So where are we at? We're at San Carlos. We're gonna head to Redwood City. We gotta be there at 6:25. Don't know how far away it is. Gave us 496. So I don't know if it's penalizing us for the time or actually the distance that we're stopping away from our actual stopping point. That's not bad. 500 is the max you can get. Take that. I think it's going to be enough to have the gold medal, is my assumption. I do want to try one thing. I want to try a train by again, just down here a little ways for our last section of this journey. And this is actually a short, or I think maybe the shortest scenario on this DLC. Alright, so let's go ahead and lock the right hand doors. There we go. I don't know why. Sometimes when you're on the outside, it won't let you lock the doors. I'm going to go ahead and release the brake pressure. And take off. Lost a little bit of time there, but that's fine. Starting to move forward, which is good. only got 3 minutes to get to our next destination. .1 miles. We'll see what happens. We can go up to 79 miles per hour. May actually be able to make it on time, or pretty close to it is my hope. Try to get some exterior shots as we get moving forward so you guys can see the scenery throughout. I see a flashing yellow. Not a clue what that means. I should know what that means. It's yellow. So I guess we turn off in 1.1 miles. I don't know. I really don't know, guys. It says we're cleared up to 79 miles per hour though coming in, so hopefully that's the case. We only have a minute to get there, which is really insane. So yeah, the timetable is not realistic. Hopefully Dovetail Games is listening. I doubt it, but in case you guys are watching, increase the timetable, make it more realistic. Whoever did this testing on this route definitely made the timetables way too tight. Trying to get it to be quieter, but that's fine. I'll leave it in loud mode because I don't have a choice. And let's go ahead and put the throttle into neutral. Go ahead and start braking. Definitely braking way too hard there. I'm going to go ahead and release the brakes. Gonna leave the bell on going through the intersection. Ooh. RV there, right there. Game froze up for a second. That made me nervous. Be here, I think within the minute or so. Pretty close to it. Ooh, stop. Almost ran past the marker right there. By government test, our climate is best. Interesting slogan. Alright. I'm rolling down the window, I guess. It says roll down the window, but the window goes side to side. Interesting. Very interesting. Kind of a cool way the sun visor works though. Pretty neat. I think that's it for this route. We'll see what happens. I'm hoping for the gold medal. Can't guarantee it. If I had to give myself a rating from 0 to 10, it's about a 5 or 6 still. I could do a lot better. I think I could do a lot worse though. Made it on all the platforms, which is what's important if you're loading passengers. I don't feel like I jolted the passengers around too much either. Okay, that's all for now. Alright. Oh, I was like, is it gonna actually end or not? Okay, I got the gold medal, which is cool. I don't know how I feel about that scenario in the timetable, but I do like the urbanization or urban type environment, so that's kind of cool. It's also kind of a throwback to when I first started playing train simulator back in the day and doing the Pacific Surfliner. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I definitely appreciate it. I will be streaming in the future at twitch.tv/themiddleagedgamer. I'm playing a lot of Call of Duty Modern Warfare as of lately, and I think I'll probably stream that here in a little bit. Anyways, I'll see you guys on the next video, and cheers. Don't you know?